Picture your life. Picture your home and the people you love. And picture what that life would be like if the unthinkable were to happen. It can happen to anyone, and when it does, the HCR Manor Care family is there with a very special program, the Hug Fund. The Hug Fund is employees helping employees in times of need due to a catastrophic event. Your contributions go directly to help fellow HCR Manor Care family members. And over the years, we've helped hundreds of people just like you take the next step forward in their lives to where they can picture brighter days ahead. Karen was blessed with a loving husband of 37 years. They worked hard, Karen as a nurse's aide, her husband as an over-the-road trucker. They also played hard, never missing an opportunity to catch an auto race in person. Together, they raised 3 sons to adulthood and shared a lifetime of memories. Then came a devastating diagnosis for her husband, emphysema. Eventually, it took him 3 hours just to get ready for a doctor's appointment. His need for an oxygen tank meant that he had to retire from trucking, and he was on disability for 4 years. Karen had to learn to drive to help get her husband to his appointments. Then last year, after 6 weeks in the hospital, he said he was ready to stop treatments and, as he put it, go home. He died peacefully, surrounded by his loved ones, including all 3 of his sons. Karen's household income had dropped dramatically. She worked hard to keep up, but that became impossible as the bills kept coming. That's when one of her coworkers encouraged her to apply for the Hug Fund. For Karen, this grant represented a bridge that she could use to keep moving forward on the road ahead. And now that she's back in the driver's seat, Karen is also a proud Hug Fund contributor. Thaisa's life seemed picture perfect. A rewarding career in marketing, a husband with a thriving home-based business, and a beautiful baby girl that they had just welcomed into their lives. 2 weeks after the baby was born, Thaisa's husband came down with a 104-degree fever. Suddenly, his condition worsened, and he was suffering from kidney failure, requiring dialysis. With Thaisa on maternity leave and her husband unable to work, money quickly became very tight, and the couple was forced to rely on family and friends. Her human resources representative helped her apply for the Hug Fund, and the money helped her get through a very tough time as her husband recovered. But tough times can come along without warning, and they don't always wait for you to recover before they come again. Just as things were beginning to return to normal, Thaisa received a devastating phone call. Her house was engulfed in flames. By the time she returned home, everything had been lost. Family pictures, her baby's toys, her husband's home office, everything. As Thaisa's insurance company stalled on a settlement, the family once again found itself at financial risk. Once again, the Hug Fund came through, and Thaisa and her family were able to recover. They recently closed on a new house where they'll welcome more secure and happy days ahead. For Angelita, working as a caregiver was more than just a way for a single mother to support 2 teenage daughters. It was a rewarding career. She loves being with her patients. It shows in the way she relates to them every day. But what happens when the caregiver needs care herself? Angelita found out one terrible day last year. All of Angelita's previous annual visits to her gynecologist had been uneventful, so nothing could prepare her for the news that she received. Not only was cancer found, it had spread into her lymphatic system. She was given a 50-50 chance of recovery, but wasn't about to take that news lying down. For 4 long months, Angelita endured chemotherapy and radiation, but her infectious personality and cheerful attitude made even the chemo room a happier place. Even with her positive outlook, Angelita was still unable to work and unable to provide for her children. Her daughters worked to help with the mounting bills, but eventually it all became too much. That's when she heard about the Hug Fund. The money from the Hug Fund gave her resources to keep going until the day came when she got some incredible news. Angelita was in remission, cancer-free, Angelita just celebrated 1 year since she was first diagnosed. She credits her HCR Manor Care family and the Hug Fund and her faith with helping her recover through the most difficult time in her life. These are just a few of the lives that have been touched by the generosity of people just like you. People who have chosen to give to the Hug Fund. If you're already giving to the Hug Fund, we hope you'll consider raising your contribution level so that we can expand our reach even further. And if you're not yet involved, we hope that you'll get in the picture today.